Jacob Ross, film guy here. Well, it's 2025 now, and we had a great past year for movies. Some good, some great, some bad, some shit. Finally, it's time to reflect on the movies that I watched this year and decide which are the best and the worst. Starting with the... Yeah, we got a lot of bad movies this year. Starting with at number 10, we have Joker, Folly a Dog Shit. Don't be mad in the comments. I have another one as well. I planned on making a full review for this on the channel since it was so insufferable to watch, but since this entire platform has already beaten this horse into the ground, what more could this guy have to add to the conversation? But yeah, this movie is painfully boring. The songs in this movie are insufferable. It tries to be so many different things all at once. You can't make it a musical and try to make it a gripping courtroom drama too, when all the information that is brought up in these scenes are about shit we already knew about in the first film. Sure, I love a good courtroom drama, but the reason why other courtroom dramas work so much more is because we learn more information as we go along. And with each minute we spend in the musical numbers and in that damn courtroom, it got more insufferable. Todd Phillips should never make another movie.
You should see it out there. They're all going crazy for you.
At number 9, we have Night Swim. Night Swim is a Blumhouse horror film that was released in January of this year. Do I need to say any more? Yeah, this movie's concept alone should have stayed in whatever boardroom it was made up in.
Alright fellas, we need a new Blumhouse horror film for January. Let's hear some ideas.
How about a swimming pool filled with evil spirits that want to kill you when you go swimming?
Sounds like shit. I'll give you $15 million to make it.
Truthfully, I forgot about the existence of this movie until I started making this video. It has such a stupid concept, all the characters are incredibly dumb, and the scares are fucking hilarious. I don't know what else to say. At number 8, we got Megalopolis. Sorry fellas, but there was not a fucking chance I was getting gaslit into thinking this was a good movie. Go back to the club. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my little nothing movies where nothing makes sense, but this movie's like starting a TV show by jumping into the 4th season and watching the 5th episode. There is no character development, no setups, no payoffs. Things just happen. The live actor bullshit is hilarious. Go back to the club. It's a shame this flopped. I really wanted to see where all these great characters were gonna go next, like fucking WoW Platinum. Wanna see my boner? Sounds like someone has to go back to the club. At number 7, we have Borderlands.
I'm taking the girl with me.
Oh yeah? You in what army?
The one right behind me.
That's all you need to see. I don't want to talk about this. Number 6, we got Imaginary. I think Blumhouse needs to stop. You can't have her, she's mine. We got 4 Blumhouse movies this year, and only one of them was rated kinda decently. And it was a remake of a movie that came out 2 years ago. I don't even know what to say about this. It's just such a fucking baby horror movie made for babies by babies. The acting sucks, the film's story is so fucking boring. Oh no, my childhood bear toy is haunted and wants to hurt me and my family. At number 5, we have Tarot. Tarot is yet another stupid, boring horror movie that I drove to the theater to see. This movie just drops us in on these characters with no setup. Like, did I miss the first 20 minutes of this movie developing these characters? I mean, sure, if you want to drop us into this friend group right away and get the plot going, that could work. But in that case, you should introduce something before we get to this bonfire scene. Now each line of dialogue is just an exposition dump because we don't know what the fuck is going on.
I love that we're out here. Just a bunch of best friends.
Paxton, what are you talking about? We rented a literal mansion.
Yeah.
We rented a literal mansion.
Gotta explain it to the audience in the most unnatural way. But yeah, this movie's yet another baby horror movie that just has a regurgitated plot from several other horror movies like The Ring, Wish Upon, and Truth or Dare. I didn't say they had to be good movies. If you liked this movie, you're probably as smart as a 4-year-old. Or you're in middle school. Number 4. Oh. Dog shit. Red One.
You're telling me this clown is a level 4 naughty lister?
A level 4
naughty lister?
To be brutally honest with all of you, while this movie's on my worst of the year list, I did not actually finish this entire movie. I could not stand on how this film was shot like a fucking Super Bowl ad, and how they made a Christmas film incredibly dull.
Level 4, naughty lister?
Where's the Christmas spirit when the whole set looks like it was filmed in Dwayne Johnson's backyard? The mainstream has turned to slop. I guess I'm just a level 4 naughty lister. Number 3, Madam Web. We all knew this was gonna make an appearance sooner or later. I mean, yeah, it's the worst superhero movie of the year other than The Pranker. It's very clear no one on the set of this gave a shit. Not even the lead, Dakota Johnson. The writing is awful.
He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
The acting is hilarious.
What is going on?
Nothing happens during the whole runtime, and the movie ends by saying, "Oh, this is just the beginning." Hilarious. Number 2, Unfrosted. This is Jerry Seinfeld's painful creation. It is a movie that is so incredibly unfunny that it made me, I'm gonna say it, cringe. It made me curl up in disgust at how bad the jokes are. Around the time this was released, Jerry went on interviews to say how the extreme left has killed comedy. "You can't say jokes anymore without people getting offended. My new Pop-Tarts movie will be filled with so many edgy jokes. I dated a child once. Kramer always knew what to say to make a room laugh."
Nice guy. Nice guy.
I lost my temper on stage. I was at...
Yeah, this movie is, absolutely insufferable. And how could it not be with such great joke delivery as this?
I said strawberries. You fool! Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
1 out of 10. Jerry, you will never be able to top the B movie. Just quit. Number 1, we have The Firing Squad. Now, this might be the first time you've heard about this movie. I mean, it has under 1,000 ratings on Letterboxd. But how could I place this at number 1 when it has a 76% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes? Well, let me tell you, The Firing Squad was a movie that I saw twice at my local cinema. It was such a disaster of a movie that I don't think I've ever seen anything like it in my life. My jaw was dropped by the fact that I was able to purchase a ticket to this piece of shit.
Yes, I do.
Oh my god! Where is this?
In fact, I'm honored that I was able to witness this on the big screen, because this film not only looks horrific, the sound editing is possibly the worst I've ever seen from a film in my entire life.
Maggot got caught trying to escape my prison. Nobody escapes my prison.
And hearing it with the Dolby Theater speakers made it so much more hilarious.
Here's your disembarkation card, Mr. Wilson. Thank you. Here's your disembarkation card, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you.
I will be making a full scene-by-scene review of this movie because it is truly just one of the most terribly made films I have ever seen.
Yes, yeah, he's green screened. Wait.
It is not only the worst, but possibly funniest movie I've seen all year. If you watch it as a comedy, it's a 10. As a serious emotional drama, it is absolutely dreadful to sit through. Even out of the last 5 years of my worst ranked movies, it would be at the bottom. There are so many green screen shots that look hilarious. The ADR is baffling. The acting sucks dick.
You ever heard of that Michael Jackson song? She's out of my life. She's out of your life. It's over for you, sir. You will be killed here. I cannot wait to see the look on your face when they execute you by the firing squad. I promise you, you'll cry like a baby.
This movie should be seen by everyone. I'm moving on. Unfortunately, just like every year, there are a few movies I haven't seen yet that probably would have landed in the top 10 to 15 in this list. Either I didn't have enough time to see them, or they just haven't been released close enough to where I live. These being Memoir of a Snail, The Brutalist, Queer, We Live in Time, and A Real Pain. So let's get started. At number 10, we have... bear with me. Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul. Anything made with stop motion will almost always gain instant respect from me, and Aardman is always delivering with their films. Not only does this film look the best this company's ever put out, but the story is just as good as their earlier films. It's short and sweet, and will definitely be something I revisit soon in the future. It's on Netflix right now, so if you're not like my girlfriend and scared of Wallace's beautiful big smile, you should definitely check this one out. At number 9, we got Conclave. Conclave was a surprise this year for me. It came out of nowhere on my radar and was a pleasure to see. Ralph Fiennes is great in it, the script is sharp and well written, and the cinematography by Stephen Fontaine looks fantastic. The music was a bit overplayed at times. Moments I would have loved for some silence were blasted away by the score. Not saying it was a bad score, but I definitely wish it had taken a step back for some more quiet moments. At number 8, we have Anora. Sean Baker has been a director I've kept my eye on for a while, and I honestly think this might be my favorite film from him. Mikey Madison kills it here. She has a great screen presence along with many of the other side actors here. It's hilarious. It has a lot of high energy throughout the first 2 acts. My one complaint is I wish maybe there was some more character development, but overall I found it to be very enjoyable, very funny, and very entertaining. At number 7, we got Dune Part 2. I mean, it's Dune Part 2. What else do you want me to say? Such an incredibly badass film with some of the best action that I've seen all year. The cinematography is breathtaking. The score is goosebump inducing. Just basically everything that I wanted going into it. At number 6, we got Longlegs. I know this film was very hit or miss with a lot of people on the internet, but I will stand by saying that I enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah, maybe the last act gets a little goofy and over the top, but there's so much I like about this movie, from Nicolas Cage's performance to the cinematography and the editing. And it's probably got the best title card of the year. Like, come on. At number 5, we have Challengers. I talked about this movie more in depth along with Longlegs in my mini reviews here on the channel, but this film has the best score of the year. I've been bumping to Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross all year. Each cast member kills it. I've seen this film a few times now, and thankfully it still holds up. At number 4, we got Nosferatu. Robert Eggers is 4 for 4 right now. Each one of his films I've been so excited to see, and they always deliver. Nosferatu is no different. I did my homework and rewatched the original 1922 film before seeing this, and I feel like it rewards those who know the original to heart. The cinematography in this is truly some of the best I've seen between Robert Eggers and cinematographer Jarin Blaschka. Almost every individual shot looks like a painting, and it is pure eye candy. The performances are top-notch from every actor, and the standouts being Lily Rose Depp and Bill Skarsgård. They both are electric on screen and deliver career-best performances. Also, the image of Willem Dafoe laughing maniacally while surrounded by flames is going to be on my mind for the rest of the year. At number 3, we have Kinds of Kindness. After seeing Poor Things, Kinds of Kindness was high on my radar and my most anticipated film of the year. I drove 3 hours to see it in a theater, and I found it to be incredibly engaging and thought-provoking. I find Yorgos Lanthimos is one of the most interesting directors working today. His films have such a distinct style over any other film I've seen or talked about today, and I feel like at this point, Yorgos could basically just do anything he wants and I would eat it up. I guess we're seeing an example of that right now. This film is just hilarious, so incredibly weird, with each section of the film getting better as the film goes on. Jesse Plemons collaborating with Yorgos is just as monumental as the creation of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Plemons adapted Yorgos' style so well and is probably one of my favorite performances of the year. I need Jesse Plemons to win all the awards. He deserves it. At number 2, we have Hundreds of Beavers. Despite this premiering in 2022, I am counting it since it was released theatrically this year. Hundreds of Beavers is one of the most creative and simultaneously funny films I've seen this year. Maybe I'm a little biased because it was partially filmed around where I live, but this film is such a blast to watch. I'm so excited to see what's next from Mike Cheslick because he created such an incredibly hilarious and entertaining film. And I'm buying that damn Blu-ray when it comes out, you better believe it. And finally, at the number 1 spot, we have The Substance. If you watched my channel this year, there was no doubt that this wasn't gonna be the #1 spot for 2024. This film is insane. It is incredibly ambitious, bold, and wonderfully beautiful. The film's prosthetics and makeup designs are so disgusting and among the best I've ever seen. Demi Moore absolutely kills it here as well and delivers what might be the best performance of her career, while Margaret Qualley shines as the younger version of her character. Both leads are asked to do a lot of bold things for the movie and they pull it off incredibly. This is by far my favorite horror film of the year and my favorite film of the year. Demi Moore winning the Golden Globe is so deserved. I hope the Academy just recognizes her talent and gives this film some love. 10 out of 10. Oh, mwah. Whew. Well, that was a lot. Now it's time for me to go rewatch the comedy of the year, The Firing Squad. Expect a video on that pretty soon. I hope you have a wonderful 2025. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And I will see you all in the next video.